Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Taurus Truth Tarot, where we are all Taurus all the time. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. My name is Shannon Colleen. I am a Taurus Sun and Venus. Before we get started, a little explanation here. I had posted this reading earlier, and it is a special message of prosperity. However, about halfway through, the sound went crazy, and it was saying, I am okay, I am okay, I am okay. So thank you to Vanessa for pointing that out. So I do believe the message is going to be the same or very similar, but we're going to kind of start over here. But I am going to stick with the first two cards that came out because it was such a great message, and I feel like that's what Spirit wants me to do. Also, before we jump in, I want to say thank you to all of you for supporting this channel. You guys are amazing. Your likes, your shares, your comments, I read every one of them. Angie and Mary, thank you for always hitting that little heart and donating to the channel through that little heart at the bottom. You guys keep me going. You guys keep me going for sure. So as a thank you, because I know that the world feels like it's in chaos right now. I totally get it. We all know it. We don't need to talk about it. However, times are tough. Things are rough right now for everyone. So because you guys have been so great to me, I have decided that from now until the end of the year, December 31st, 2024, I am giving half off any reading you book, any Reiki session you book. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how many you do. Maybe you want to gift one to someone. But I am doing that as my way of saying thank you, and I understand how hard it can be out there right now in all forms. So don't forget to book yours. I will put up the little lotus flower here at the end. You can click on that, or there's a link in the description box. And just note, you will not see the discount when you book. I send you a separate invoice that reflects that. Okay, so book as much as you would like, half off everything. Now let's get into the message here, because this was great. First of all, when it first popped out in the first video, I was like, huh, you can't, yes, we all want to see this, right? We love prosperity, we love this. And I had to point out a few things about this card. One, this is a special message from Lord Ganesha, who is one of my spiritual team. He's part of my spiritual team. He is the remover of obstacles, and that's what we need right now, right? We've got some obstacles we've got to get through. We've got to move the mountain to the side. With that being said, I also wanted to point out the red in this card. Red is the color of the root chakra, which is our security and our stability in this 3D realm. So a lot of you may want to book the 30-minute, there's a couple different Reikis out there, the 30-minute distance Reiki session to clear that root chakra. If you choose to do that, just put root next to your name, okay? But red is a power color, okay? It's a confidence color. It is an I'm in charge kind of color, okay? Every interview I've ever gone on when I was working in the corporate world, I always wore red. It's a power color. Whether it was my red high heels with my black pantsuit, or whether it was a red shirt, I just always wore something red. So I would tell you, if you're not feeling prosperous in your life, and just doesn't have to be money, prosperous in love, prosperous, you know, in friendship, if you're not feeling that, put more red around. Either wear it, you know, buy something that's red, you know, have apples in your house, whatever it may be. But it is a power color and a confidence booster. So Lord Ganesha is going to help us, okay? It's going to help us to remove the obstacles. And those obstacles can be in many forms. It can be an actual physical obstacle. It can be a mental obstacle. It can be an emotional obstacle. It can be many things, right? So the next card that did come out before the sound cut off, and I'm going to take that one and then I'm going to shuffle and see what comes out, was the Hierophant. And I was so excited because look, he's wearing red. The confidence, the knowledge, the wisdom, the 5, the change. This is a card of Taurus. We have this knowledge, whether it's knowledge that is from past lives or if it's new knowledge coming in. But you have to be confident in your ability to know and understand. Now, the reason I say that so much is because, one, it is the card of Taurus, but two, it's kind of like, for me, when I first started learning the tarot, I know I had done it in a past life, for sure, because I just got it so quickly. I just understood it so quickly. So you might have to be tapping into some of that old knowledge that you have that's still within you. However, the teacher, any good teacher, is also a student, right? So you also have to be willing to learn new things, okay? Now would be the time. I grew up with people telling me I wasn't that intelligent, if you will. I know that to be a lie. Okay, now I know that to be a lie, because the information is there. You just have to find the right information. So whether that's through a tarot reading, whether it's through a new class you take, whether you find a mentor, whether you are reading, new books, watching documentaries, okay, that's what I do. I stay away from the garbage. Oh, can you hear the sirens? And I do mean garbage. See, there's your alert. And what I mean by that is we're inundated from day one with lies, okay? That's what I mean by garbage. So the whole world wants you, Taurus, to believe that there's a lack of food, lack of money, lack of love. Everybody cheats. Money doesn't grow on trees. All of these things are lies, okay? There is so much out there for all of us. There is enough for all of us. But people who want control do it through fear-mongering, right? And then they get you to believe it, right? You have to go to college to have a good career. You have to work 80 hours a week to have a good income. You have to be the most perfect person ever to find love. Like, none of that is true, okay? So, as I always say, be careful what you're ingesting. I think you're getting very clear now of what you're actually taking in, okay? And that's really going to be important over the next 2 months. We are the truth seers, and we are the leaders of the new realm. Taurus is. I keep telling you guys about that. So it may be time to get to work. It's a two-way street, right? Between our spiritual team and us, as far as to make this prosperity happen. You've got to do your work too. But you can understand that you are the master of it. You're the Hierophant. You're the master of knowledge. Okay? So, the changes are coming. And it's going to be a little bumpy, and that's okay. But you have to trust in you. And a lot of times we don't trust in ourselves enough because we were, for lack of a better term, brainwashed. Right? I mean, we have been. I mean, think about just even commercials. If we just look into commercials, and you got to have this to be happy, you got to have that to be happy, you got to this and that and the other, right? And no offense to our parents, or even if we are parents and pass this down, because we were taught it too, that, oh, you're going to have to work really, 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 really hard to get to your dreams. No, you have to work, but you don't have to work 80 hours a week to maintain the prosperity that you want, that you desire. So let's see what else we have here. Yeah. As I was saying with the confidence, I love that this Queen of Wands came out. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's just about the energy of the card. She's fearless. She is literally fearless. She is the only court card of Wands that doesn't have a salamander on it. The salamanders on the King and the Knight and the Page are protection. And it's not to say you're not protected, but you will jump in. You don't need to feel protected from an outside source. You understand that you carry the wand of inspiration, that you control where the sun shines. And luck is on your side, meaning spirit is on your side too, because the black cat is a representation of good luck. So standing in this confidence is going to be key for you. Okay? Standing in the confidence is going to be key. Show me clearly, please. What is the message? Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm not taking, well, we could take the Ten of Swords, but I felt like that was just me. But we are going to take the Devil. Because this is, you're breaking the chains, right? You're breaking the chains that have held you from your prosperity. Okay, because this is, the Devil to me is more mental than anything. Right? Because their chains around their necks are loose. They could easily just take them off and walk away. So it's the mental game that you're dealing with here. The emotion is important too, but the mental game is what you're dealing with. And this devil comes across for me in two ways. One, breaking free of the deception, the lies, right? Even if they weren't meant to be deception, lies. I don't think our parents meant to do that, right? But this is learning truth. The other thing I love about it, though, too, is the devil, the card of Capricorn, is about the drive to succeed, doing the work that's necessary, not overworking it, okay, but doing the work that is necessary, working with your spiritual team, working with Lord Ganesha to remove the blocks, to make different choices. I feel like you are being unchained. Now, I don't know what card is going to come out next, but I will say this because it came in the first reading. They're pushing me to say it again, even though the same card isn't out. It was the Hangman. And what they were asking of you is to stop for a moment and define what your prosperity is. What does your prosperity look like to you? Some people want the mansion. Some people want the one-room cabin in the woods. Right? It's your own perspective of what it is. So you need to stop for a moment, for a day, right? And just think about and envision, what is prosperity for me? Because a lot of us will go, I want to win the lottery, or I want $1 billion. You know, $1 billion can bring you a lot of headaches. It's all about the perspective of it, right? So define it. Define what prosperity means to you. What does that look like in your love life? What does that look like in your money sector or your career? What does that look like with your friends? What does prosperity look like to you? Because I guarantee you, although we're all Taurus, we're all different. And prosperity looks different to all of us. So you're going to need to take a moment, because a lot of us are not truly happy in every area of our lives, right? So we need to make different decisions. We need to unchain ourselves. We need to break the mental control. All right, let's see what else we got. Ooh. Oh, I love this. See? Again, it doesn't matter, male or female, but the nurturing of you, we've been talking about that forever too, right? The nurturing of you. This is you. This might as well be the Hangman for me, because it's the Hangman of the Pentacles, if you will. I'm not moving. I'm taking time to envision, to say, what does this prosperity look like to me? But then we also have the Rabbit, right? So it's fertile time. It's fertile time to grow that pentacle, right? But she is taking time to say, okay, I've got the seed. What do I want to grow with this seed? Okay, what does it look like to me? And then nurture that and heal, right? The devil energy, you need to heal that. That devil energy isn't necessarily a particular person as much as it is what you're seeing on in the media, or what you're seeing on social media, or what you're reading, or what you're ingesting, right? Because the only thing that can truly hold you back is you. But it's because you've been told, right? Your whole life. Got to do this, got to do that, got to do this, got to do that, right? I'll be happy when. That's like the worst statement ever. I'll be happy when. No, I'll be happy now, right? We got to reverse it. I'll be happy now because I know everything is great. I am grateful for the water that I have. I am grateful for the car that I have. I am grateful for the lover I have. I am grateful for me. I am grateful for the universe. I am happy. And the more happy that I am, the more nurturing and caring I am for me, the more I can create, right? Show me clearly, please. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. What is the message? Whoa. Yeah. Child's play. Child's play. That's what the Five of Wands is. It's child's play. So again, two messages coming in. The only thing that is holding you back is all of these outside circumstances that you have no control over anyway. So change them, right? 5s, 2 5s, about change. It's like the people that, I mean, I was exactly like that. I mean, I was the most negative person on the planet in my younger years. I promise you I was. But it's like the people that I hear in my life, and they may not be full friends, they're usually acquaintances, and all they do is bitch about everything. Work, job, lover, whatever. And then they wonder why everything is so miserable all the time. What you practice is what happens, okay? I've said this forever, right? What you practice is what happens, because this is a card of practice. So are you practicing inspiring thoughts? Are you practicing new knowledge? Are you bringing new knowledge in? Are you, what are you doing with this energy? Because you have 2 choices. Either you can fall down the rabbit hole and fight like a bunch of children, petty, right, little things, or you can grab that wand and you can practice to be your own hero, to create from a positive place. So it's like if you don't, I just kind of feel like if you don't do this work, guys, nothing is ever going to change for you. And I know that to be true because I see it all the time. Now, some of you have some pretty big aspirations. I know because you've talked to me about it in readings, personal readings. You've put it on the channel and comments. And this is the funny part because, Spirit always lightens it up. Excuse me. And I just, sometimes things seem like so big that we can't do them, right? It's so big, how am I ever going to get there? And here's the funny part, because Lord Ganesha has the head of an elephant, and I just heard, well, how are you going to accomplish it? It's like the old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Spirit has such a great sense of humor. Show me clearly, please. What is the message? What is the message, please? Yeah, things will happen quickly. See how quickly things can change? Might be a little bumpy, like I said, a little bumpy as we're going through it, especially the next 2 months. But it's going to be good. I feel like you've got your fighter face on now. I feel like you're wanting to have truth, be truth, learn truth. Okay? No exceptions, right? I am going to get my prosperity. I'm going to work with my spiritual team. I just have to define what that is yet, and I have to understand that the knowledge is there, whether it's already in my head, whether it's from past lives, or whether it's out there. I mean, we live in an age of, you can get instant knowledge on any topic. You just have to make sure it's the right? You got to do your own homework. You got to dig deeper, because obviously we can't believe everything that's out there, right? You find the best of the best. You find the mentors, right? And things speed up. Things change very quickly. There it is. This came out in the first reading too, the Lovers. So the main part of this, some of you know this, some of you don't. The Lovers card was originally in tarot called the Choice card. And we were talking about these choices, right? So choosing wisely, that is always going to be key here. But you can have the love of your life, whether it is a lover you're looking for or it's the career that you want. What is that prosperity? And then start making choices towards it. Someone put in the comment, I'm sorry, don't remember who it is. I can't even remember what reading it was. I do read them all. I think it was Carrie. Carrie, was it you? She was talking about planning a big trip, and I say this, if you've been with me for a while, you've heard this before, but if you want to go, like, this big massive trip, this big vacation, but you're like, I'm broke, I can't do it, but it's still a dream of yours, you need to start doing things that get you there. You need to make choices, and the choice is start finding out what the cost of travel is, start finding out what the hotel would be, or the B&B, or whatever, right? Start researching. And I'm proud to say, and I do believe it was Carrie now, that she's been starting that. She does have a big trip that she wants to take in a couple of years. And so she's starting to do the homework. making different choices, right? Making better choices for yourself, making, like I said, in order to get through the obstacles, you got to take one bite out of the elephant each day. You don't have to do more than that, right? I absolutely think that is some very, very good sound advice. And don't forget, you are massive. You have this brain for a reason. Look at that Emperor coming out. Taking charge. I love it. You have the capability to learn and become anything or anyone you want to be. Okay? You just have to take charge. You just have to take charge. And that, it truly is true. And I hate it now because I used to do it too. When people say, well, this is a great example. You guys, most of you know that I cook, like chef level cooking. Like if I wasn't doing this, I would probably own my own restaurant. However, as I was learning, and I did not grow up in a house, I grew up in potato chips and Pepsi and, you know, like my mom did not cook. It was all TV dinners. So I had taught myself how to do that, and I had tons of confidence as I learned more and more. But I tried to bake a pie once, and it turned out horrible, and then I immediately decided I was not a baker. Like, oh, I don't bake. I can cook, but I don't bake. I'm not a very good baker, right? From one bad experience. See, that's how easily we can have our mind be molded. And then years and years ago, I did something that a lot of people would think would be crazy. But I bought myself a very expensive KitchenAid mixer. It was a couple $100. And it was like the top of the line one too. So it wasn't like I just got like the baby one. Like I got the big one. It was a couple $100. And the reason I did that is because I was taking charge of myself. And I said, I am forcing myself to learn how to bake. I don't even like sweets, guys. I don't eat sweets very often. I can have a little pint of ice cream in the freezer for a month. Like, I'm just not. So why? Why would you do that? Because I was tired of saying to people, oh, I don't bake, when I knew I had the capacity to do so. And guess what? Now I bake all the time. I bake for everybody. I bake homemade breads and desserts and all this stuff. Even if I don't eat them, I bake for everybody, right? So that's the kind of take charge attitude I feel like Spirit is having me tell you, so that you can start believing in yourself and in the magic that is within you, in the ability to have the prosperity that you want. Define it. You got to define it, okay? That Queen of Pentacles, please define what your prosperity is. Then break the chains. Then have the confidence, knowing that if the knowledge isn't in my head, I can go out and get it. I'm making different choices now. Okay? I love it. I will say this. Very much the same message that I did record the first time around, but a different tone. They're just a little bit more serious in this one, and maybe that's why that happened. I don't question Spirit, but this is very, very similar. So let's get our last card. Show me. Thank you. My world is a reflection of my thinking. You cannot make that shit up. Just when I was saying about me being a baker or not being a baker, make up your mind. Think differently. Get your prosperity. Work with your spiritual team. It is there for you, Taurus. So with that being said, don't forget to like, share, and comment. I read each and every one. Subscribe. Book your personal readings and Reiki sessions. Get that half off before the end of the year. And all my love, light, and blessings to you. Until next time.